Hey there everyone, how's it going? Kurtzing here with a Master League battle video. I finally got my Palkia. It took me several tries, like multiple times that it's been out, to finally get one that's a 15, 15, 14. So, made a team, took it for a run, went 13 and 2 with it. Wanted to make a video and showcase it. I know all of you all have already seen it, like Palkia, and know that it's really good and really strong, but this is the first time that I've been able to play with it. So gonna go for an Aqua Tail here against their own. Do get the shield. I was able to trick them probably there because I had so much energy. But then I want to get out of there and save my Palkia for their Ho-Ho in the back. Take the Aqua Tail from their Palkia, and I want to commit to the farm down here, so I think I commit a shield here. Maybe I just say, no, you know what? No, I do. Okay. So I commit the shield. It is just another Aqua Tail, but that still would have gotten me into the yellow. Palkia or Rhyperior comes in, and this one is better to go for Dark Pulse as it is neutral, where the Oblivion Wing is resisted by ground and the rock. So Dark Pulse does connect, and you can see the Sucker Punch just kind of chunking away there. I believe I let this go. It's just a breaking swipe, and I'm at another Dark Pulse here, but I over-tapped the Sucker Punch, which is unfortunate. Before, like, I tapped and then went to tap the Dark Pulse. However, I do just survive that breaking swipe, so I'm able to go for another Dark Pulse here. This will take out or get their last shield. It does take them out, and I'm in a really good spot here because I get taken out with one Incinerate, although it is one Incinerate, so it's lots of turns of damage, basically, or energy. But here I believe the best plan is to farm down or farm up as much energy as I can, shield this move, and then I should have two Aqua Tails, or very, very, very close. So I throw the one, kind of poor timing. I should have farmed up even more with that Incinerate going through. I would be able to have Dragon Breathed a couple more times. And I did it again, let another Incinerate go through because I'm just trying to throw, knowing that my Necrozma is going to get obliterated with the Incinerate damage. So I do manage to farm up a little bit more, and I switch out. My Palkia is pretty much dead. The Sacred Fire is going to one-shot me. And I come back in, I'm not out of move, but I'm able to Dragon Breath down before the Incinerate damage registers. So kind of got a little bit lucky there, but good game, very close game. Palkia into Dialga, and I should check into this. Maybe somebody knows and can leave a comment. But the origin form and that normal form of the Dialga, they both take less damage from Dragon Breath than the Palkia does. I'm feeling or thinking that it's the Steel typing resists the Dragon Breath more than Water typing does. But if you know the correct answer to that, let me know. I let a Draco Meteor smack me in the face because most the time Dialga people will just bait there. So when I say Dialga people, I mean players that are using Dialgas most of the time will bait with an Iron Head first. I do land the Oblivion Wing there, so now I'm in a decent position. Bring in my Necrozma, and as I've played this team, I have become to learn that I can take 2 full close combats along with the fast move damage and still win or still live with Necrozma. So I do shield the Moonblast there, and Moonblast does less damage than the close combat does as well. So I Dark Pulse, aiming to get a shield. I figured that I had farmed up enough to have them feel like they needed a shield. And here I do let the close combat go through, and you can see the chunk that it does. So you can take 2 full close combats and just barely live, but it allows you to, if you're up against an Xerneas, you can safely no shield at least 2 close combats. For sure 1, no need to shield. I do have a 4-star, so that might play something into the stats and stuff like that as well. But it comes in very handy when you're facing that type of Pokemon or Zacian with close combat and stuff. You can safely no shield. And then I believe that they just simply knew that they were going to lose here because I had so much energy and Necrozma. So they, I think, just hard closed that because they just disappeared. And it didn't look like a loading issue or like a network error or anything. They just simply just disappeared. So this is a little bit time consuming and boring here, just sitting here watching. But you can see there the one Dark Pulse one-shots the Mewtwo. And I'm pretty much at another Dark Pulse. They have no shields. I still have half health on my Palkia. So where they're at with their Dialga, there's not really anything that they can do. Plus they did the Draco Meteor, so they were out of energy pretty much, right? So I'm fairly confident that they just up and hard closed that and walked away all mad that they were getting destroyed. So good game there to my opponent. Into the next match here. And you got Palkia into Palkia. Working on how to play this one the best. Obviously, like, I haven't played Palkia yet, so I know that it's really strong. And here, the nice thing is when you're facing off against it with even energy, you kind of know that they're only on an Aqua Tail, so you don't need to shield. At least the first one. Although, sometimes I will shield that first one simply to preserve some health so that you don't end up getting farmed down. Here I do let this one go through, and then that Sucker Punch farms him down. Zygarde in the back, so this is a good Pokemon not to have my Necrozma on, because Crunch and Bulldoze are not going to do anything to Yveltal. So Yveltal can stay in here and do quite a bit of damage. And I think that I know shield. And the goal here is get the Zygarde as low as I can to bring back in the Palkia, and hopefully Dragon Breath down with an Aqua Tail. They do still have a shield. And they're, oh, sorry, they have 2 shields. I was going to say they still have a shield by time this matchup is done. So that's the tricky part. I don't want to just go for Spatial Rend right off the hop, because it's a touchy one, right? Because if I go for the Aqua Tail, which I am, and they no shield, it only does half the damage that they have, or their health, which is what happened. Had I gone for the Spatial Rend, I would have one-shot them and I would have been in a much more favorable position. However, going the way that I did, they Earthquaked me, and here I'm able to get quite a nice farm down. So I'm almost at Dark Pulse, have 2 shields, and their back Pokemon is also a Necrozma. So that actually more or less helped me win this game, because I have twice the energy that they do, and I have an extra shield. So they shield the first move. I'm able to farm up and get to a second Dark Pulse before they actually even throw. So now I'm in a really good position, because even if I don't make it to another Dark Pulse, I have 2 shields still, and 1 more Shadow Claw will take them out. I think that one that I snuck through there is going to take them out after I shield this. Yeah, so that takes them out. So good game there by my opponent as well. Into the next match, another Dialga lead. And so I think I go kind of do the same sort of thing, farm up as much as I can, and then my goal is going to be to try to catch the Iron Head on the Yveltal. Do not catch it. They bank the move and bring in Melmetal. So this would be an ideal one to have Focus Blast on Yveltal, but outside of this exact matchup, I'm much happier having Dark Pulse and Oblivion Wing. Although Focus Blast would work really well with Rhyperior as well. So that's something to think about to try to switch things up a bit. But a big one is how dominant you are over like a Mewtwo or another Necrozma or something like that, having the Dark Pulse and being resistant to the Shadow Claws. So you can see here I am doing quite a bit of damage against the Melmetal. I'm going to let this move go through. Thunderbolt does huge damage. Huge damage, but I'm able to Sucker Punch down before... I don't know what fast move they have. Thunder Strikers. I'm not sure. Volt Switch. No, it wasn't Volt Switch. Anyways, bring back in Palkia against Dialga. I'm going to go right for an Aqua Tail here just to try to get a little bit of damage off. I get their last shield, which is ideal. And now I catch onto my Necrozma. Do I shield this? No, I let it go, feeling like it's just Iron Head. It is just Iron Head. So see, earlier in the video, I had said, like, I let that Draco Meteor go, and I said that a lot of people bait first, right? And so then you can see here again, their last Pokemon was a Mewtwo, and they just give up. They're just like, well, there's nothing that they can do. So they just lose because Necrozma is such a hard answer unless the Mewtwo gets a lead on energy and has Shadow Ball. I have had that happen. I got, I think, a little bit too comfortable in these first matches, and then I've run into a couple Mewtwo's that have Shadow Ball, and I don't shield it, and I just get destroyed because it pretty much one-shots. So you have to be careful, but I have found that if you switch in the Necrozma at the right time, you jump ahead on energy so fast that you're very dominant on a lot of matchups. So it's another good game there, and I believe this is the last match here. Palkia into Mewtwo. So this is actually, again, a really nice one for Palkia, because you do a lot more damage with the Dragon Breath than they are with the Psystrike. And I build up to, I think I had a Spatial Rend loaded there, and I bank energy and jump into a Veltal. Psystrike does almost nothing, and those Sucker Punches are just shredding the Mewtwo. So they switch into a Togekiss in the back. Oblivion Wing is ideal for Togekiss because it's neutral against Fairy, and then it's same typing against the Flying type. So it does half the health. Charms are shredding through my Veltal. Do I make it to the last second Oblivion Wing? I do, which is really, really well. Really beneficial for me. I have no health, but I managed to get a shield as I go down. So now they've got a lot of energy, and I'm a little bit nervous bringing into my Necrozma here because they do have access to Flamethrower. So I do want to respect that. I was saying to myself, I'm like, I bet they just throw Ancient Power, and it turns out that it was an Aurora Sphere. So again, I believe that's a fighting type and it would hit really, really hard. So I don't know how much damage it would do, but I'm happy that I did commit the one shield. And then they just give up. So because they've got Mewtwo in the back and they know that they just can't win. Anyways, that was that. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoy it, and good luck out there today and tomorrow with your Community Day Pokemons, as long as you are watching this in December when I post it. Yeah, good luck out there battling and catching your shinies, and I look forward to seeing you guys all in the next video. And thank you for watching and subscribing and being part of the channel.